Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Ray on Farside TV with my co-host Jeremy Scippio
What's going on, people?
and a very special guest, Mr. King Willonius.
Oh, what up? What up?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, it's cooling, man. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on the show, man. I really appreciate it.
It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, man, with a little bit of that B-roll conversation.
Right.
So, how cold is it where you are right now?
You know what? It was a lot colder a couple of days ago. It's starting to warm up. Shit, I ain't even been outside the house today, man. I've been editing all day, but I think it's like in the 40s. So
Oh,
it,
you
it
said it
sounds
ain't that
crazy, but
cold.
like that's like warm out here for right now. You know what I'm saying? It's been
Yeah,
42. So that's a warm 42 in New York.
It was like
so
65 today, and I wore shorts and regretted it about an hour and a half ago at the gas
Damn.
station.
Yeah, y'all would be sneaking up because I mean it's warm and then at night it drops down there, man, and it gets so damn cold and I mean it's still a beautiful city, but man, that weather out in LA is something else.
Hey man, I'd say,
You
hey,
from LA? Are
yes,
you from LA, Greg?
I'm from a place called the South Bay, so
Okay.
it's like it's probably about 20 minutes from LA,
Mm,
8 minutes from Long Beach.
okay.
I'm close to the close to the water, but not the beach, but like literally like the port, like the water, like the
Okay.
water, but the beach is a little ways or whatever. But it's a cool little, I like it because it's out of the city. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I don't mind living in my little hood area that's outside of the city, and
Right.
then I can travel into the city.
And what about you, Greg? I mean, Jeremy, you from Cali too, right?
no, I'm from Cincinnati, bro.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's. I think that's funny when people think I'm from other places. I'm like, I mean,
You know
LA.
what I
I've
was
been here.
thinking? I guess I was thinking Sacramento. I guess
Yeah,
south.
I don't have that LA flavor that, I mean, like you can hear how they talk. What I mean, like they got a certain thing they got to. I don't have it. I mean, a lot of people assume I'm from New York or something like that, but that's my family from New York, so I accept that.
Okay,
But
okay, okay.
yeah, LA is there's so much slang to it that
Right.
I be they got their own thing. Uh, but yeah, yeah. Suze is familiar with Omas. You know what I mean? So I wanted to go ahead and have him on here too one day. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah, I
oh man, I
definitely
gotta get to people.
yeah, Omar would be great, man. Omar would be great to have on here, man. He's a hilarious dude. So yeah, he definitely got probably got hella stories to tell y'all probably on here, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I remember we was kicking it when we was working on your album, or whatever. And you got
Hmm.
another one coming out?
I mean, I just been dropping, man. I've been trying to just like kind of be like NBA YoungBoy, man. Just drop an album every month. Just because like, with AI tools, you can just make so many songs. So like I make pretty much like a song a day. So like once I got about 10 that I like, then I just throw an album out. So I did one last month. Then yeah, I'm gonna do one again this month, and then yeah, just up until this year. My goal is really just to drop an album every month. So I'm hitting it so far. No,
Album
actually I didn't do one in
every
January, but
drop an album every month. Sheesh.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. It's a challenge, but it's just it's something fun to do. And I'm always just writing. And I feel like there's enough stuff that's going on social media. So and I'm not really putting out I don't really put out skits and stuff. So I just put my energy into like AI music and also just like, making these like films and stuff. So uh I'm on the way. So it's I'm getting there. This next album is it's gonna be a yacht rock album.
Yacht
So
rock.
yeah, yacht rock, yeah. Yeah.
You,
So
you need some money to vibe to,
Ah,
huh?
nah.
I wanted to talk about this later, but I think this is going to be like hovering over our heads the whole time. So, real quick, tell us about your, you tell about your journey, because at the end of the day, like, I think you still, Mr. BBL Drizzy. I
Oh
know
yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna be it's
man.
gonna be a while before you shake that. This man officially is involved in the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef. He
Right.
is the closing. He made the track that is the closing credits.
Oh. No, you have been telling
But
me about him. So now, okay.
yeah,
So now,
Yeah, but Jeremy, you was out there when everything popped off, man. So it was like,
bro, we was in the middle.
yeah, we was
We
right
was
there
in
in the
the
middle
middle
of it,
of
man.
like,
So, um, yeah, I
one
mean, I
sec,
feel
real
like,
quick. One sec. We got to spin the record back real quick, man. Jeremy kind of came in with it, and you kind of hopped into it. I know exactly who you are now that Jeremy, because he kept on saying it, and so like now is the moment. It's kind of like one of
yeah,
Pop's old cliches that's not original, but it's like when the student is ready, the master will appear. So
oh man,
we gonna spin the record back and explain who you are and what you
yeah.
did, and then let's talk about what you do. Then we gonna hop into the double dutch.
okay, all right, bet.
That's literally why. That's why I said that. I was like, let's before we move on, you got to get that out the way.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
in your
um,
words, your journey.
yeah, man. Well, just been a comedian trying to figure out, man. We met. I don't even know if you remember where we met at. Um,
I don't remember where.
it was at that CBS audition. Um,
That's where we met.
the CBS
No way.
diversity audition.
Yeah, hey, I remember
Remember,
that.
we had to go in that little room, and it was like the three people, and then we had to do whatever. I didn't know what I was doing,
Yeah,
but we had vibes and stuff like that. We were talking, and you were cool, and then we just kind of stayed in contact via that. But
yeah.
so yeah, just been doing stand up since like 2006. Um, you know, typical comedian journeyman, trying to throw everything against the wall, trying to see what sticks, and um, I like early in my career, I had like YouTube success. So I had a couple songs go viral on YouTube, and my account got like shut down. And then I moved to San Francisco, and I started doing stand up and whatnot. And I had another song go viral called "Got It at Ross," but then I had like a big falling out with the dude. So I've had like a couple of songs like that's kind of been my thing, just like making comedy music. And then just really started diving in, like just constantly making music and nothing would pop off. I had moved back to Florida because I got married, had two children, and was trying to live the normal whatever, family life or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that didn't work out or whatever. But kept grinding. And then when the pandemic, a couple of things happened. So like the pandemic happened, and I started getting like going heavy into like screenwriting. So I started writing scripts like crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just because I was like, all right, writing, like stand-up is done, can't really make any films. I used to make films like every once in a while I make like a short film or whatever. So that was the only time I really wrote scripts. And then pandemic happened, started writing heavy, and then got on Clubhouse and then started making audio dramas, got into Black Boy Rights, and then like made this like really dope script that like a couple agents and managers were looking at, and like the end of Black Boy Rights, we were supposed to have meetings with agents and managers. And then the writer strike happened. And then I was just like, all right, F it, I'm gonna go all in with AI. So just started making AI things and started out first making like AI trailers because I had a bunch of scripts. I was still trying to break into Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? And I was going to like every event possible. So AI events, trying to go to comedy events. And so when BBL Drizzy first popped off, like I was just at Netflix is a joke. So I was like, y'all need to be out here. And I had made BBL Drizzy back in April, but so it had like a day when it went viral. And then, it just did a normal viral thing. Things go viral for like a day nowadays and people move on. And then so I get out to LA and then, just linked up with Germany, so I was like kind of buzzing a little bit with the AI stuff. So I was just like, trying to do some AI workshops and all these different things. And then I remember the night that it popped. The day before, we had an AI workshop, and Jeremy and everybody came through.
Real quick. You talking so fast, it might have flew over people's heads. What was that? The title of what you made one more
Oh,
time?
BBL Drizzy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I made BBL Drizzy in April 14th,
Okay.
2024. And it went viral for like a day or 2 days or whatever. But like, people were talking about it. Van Lathan and all that stuff, they were talking about it. And then so I was like buzzing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then Drake dropped his song, Kendrick did his response. So that week was like insane because we were all glued to, like, is Kendrick about to drop? I think that morning. Was it the morning? Did Kendrick drop 616 that morning?
It was May. Yeah. So yeah, 'cause we were talking about it. I think he dropped. This all happened one day. I think it was like
Right. I think it was
Drake dropped
616.
Family Matters. No, yeah, yeah. Kendrick dropped
He dropped 616 that
16.
morning.
Drake, yeah, then Drake dropped Family Matters.
Yeah. So Kendrick
Yeah.
dropped 616 that morning. Damn, did BB it
We
was
we was in the middle. You was in the middle of doing the seminar thing,
yeah.
and I was like, y'all, can y'all wrap this up? Because Kendrick Lamar just dropped, not like us. And it was like, what? Y'all, they turned on the screen. We listened to it for the first time right then and there
That
during
was
his presentation.
bruh, crazy. And then I remember going to the improv because Kanisha was performing that night. We went to the improv,
Yeah.
saw her, and then it was raining. Left the improv like two something. I don't know. It was super late, like maybe 2 to 3 in the morning. And then looked on the phone, and it was like Metro Boomin dropped BBL Drizzy, and I was like, man, that's crazy. Metro Boomin got a BBL Drizzy too, and heard it, listened to it. And I'm like, wait a second, this is me. And then literally went back to the crib, man, and like my phone, I didn't go to sleep that night because everybody on the East Coast was like blowing my phone up, like, niggas, like, you this and that. So when I woke up, I finally went to sleep maybe like 7 in the morning or whatever. When I woke up, it was going viral on TikTok. And I don't be on TikTok like that. So like people just like messing with me, like, yo, you going viral, this and that. And I'm like, okay, like, I mean, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and then it just kind of took off from there. So like I'm still, because mind you, like I was just at the Netflix as a joke. So I'm still just trying to, Jeremy would know, he was like, I'm like introducing to myself to people like, hey, what's up, y'all? I made BBL Drizzy. Like, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
that was fun.
it was a wild week, man, because it was very surreal, like what was happening. Cause like people that like everybody in the industry was like hit me up, especially from the music side. Like literally, like people like, yo, they'll call me or message me and it was like, yo, can you get on the phone? Like, can we have a meeting like today? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing something. It's like, no, we need to talk today. Like, so everybody from like Warner Music, Columbia, Sony Music, like all these individuals, it was kind of surreal, you know what I'm saying? So what's up, bro?
I'm gonna stop cutting people out, cutting people off. I went back to elementary school style. I'm gonna raise my hand. So the part that I'm not understanding, uh, it's so the story is so dynamic, and like I said, it's kind of unfair the way you're telling it or the way you told it because it was like you were going. So you made BBL Drizzy, you put it out,
Right,
and then you said Metro Boomin put it out.
right.
So he he remixed your version of it, or what? Or
Yeah.
how did?
Yeah. So they say he found it, but people were like tagging Metro Boomin the whole time. So like, so I assumed he was gonna find it eventually, you know what I'm saying? But he said he found it and then he remixed it. So, but he essentially just did what Drake told, Drake was like, sit your whole ass,
Yeah.
make some drums.
Make some drums,
So
yeah.
he literally just did that. He took the song, sped it up, added some drums, and then told everybody to rap on it. So that
Yeah.
caused the whole internet to make, a BBL Drizzy diss essentially. And I mean, it was a genius move. And
So
Yeah.
so you are the inventor, creator of the coin term BBL
yeah.
Drizzy.
So
Well,
initially, Rick Ross created the term BBL Drizzy
Okay,
because he
okay,
was dissing Drake, and he said Drake had fake abs. So remember before Kendrick started going to Drake, Drake was going to Rick Ross. So
yeah,
they
that
was
was
going
so unentertaining,
when you think about it, it was a crazy
man.
battle because you had, Drake and J. Cole released that song. Kendrick made the response with Future and Metro. and then J. Cole dissed Kendrick and then apologized, and then Rick Ross stepped in and started dissing Drake. So Drake had to defeat Rick Ross, and then he actually just kind of left Rick Ross alone, started going to Kendrick, and then Kendrick was just like, that was it, Kendrick. So it was like, I don't think I was like I wasn't really trying to diss Drake. I didn't even know the thing would go viral. I was just making comedy songs, you know what I'm saying? But it ended up being one of the, pivotal songs in the whole week. So
right, the BBL Drizzy song, this Metro remix version, is more officially part of the beef than anything Rick Ross dropped. So,
right.
You're part of the. I mean, I see you. There's so many breakdowns and so many people. I mean, this is probably the most overanalyzed topic,
right?
Period of 2024 spilling into 2025. And I'm trying to tell you, as many people that bring it up, they always include that. So that's pivotal, man. You broke through, man. That's impressive.
But that, and I would even say almost damn near the hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? Because it's arguably the biggest beef ever. And then the discourse around it, there's so many conversations. Like I was talking to a comedian, to Q, and I was like, man, because I was like, man, I want to talk about it, BBL Drizzy on stage, but I was like, a lot of the homies that were around me, I was like, y'all got like a whole story that y'all can tell, because y'all saw from that perspective, like, yo, I was right there when the BBL Drizzy thing happened, and like, it was surreal, man. Like, I mean, Jeremy, no, man, like I was just like, I didn't know what was going on. Like this shit was insane, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really anticipate something like that to happen, and when it's happening in real time, you just like, damn, it's crazy.
So when you had the conversations with the record labels and everything, were the conversations more like, yo, you need to chill, you need to, hold down, hold up, swole up, you know what I'm saying? You need to put the brakes on it, cease and desist, or was it like, man, you just came from left field, we need to figure out like what can we do creatively, like how can we keep it going?
Yeah, it was more so like, okay, let's figure this out. We want to sign you, or we want to do this and that. So like at the time I went through like management things of like, I went through the whole gambit of just like the whole VH1 story. Like I went through all that in like 6 months. So, but I think it was a lot of that. Like a lot of them just hit me up trying to figure out like, okay, what can we do? Like, what is this? Like one, you never had an AI song that broke through like that before. You know what I'm saying? So, and remember, like the year prior, that Drake Weekend song dropped. That was like, I don't know, The Heart of the City or something like that. Do you remember that song? It was like somebody, they cloned Drake's voice, Drake and the Weeknd's voice. It was going viral. It was I get the name. It was like Heart of the City or something like that. But it was a song where they used Drake's AI voice, and it went viral. And like, I mean, it had tens of thousands of reels on Instagram, like people using this AI track. So, but this was like the first like original AI song to go viral like that, and then plus the Drake Kendrick beef was so
hard on my sleeve.
Hard on my sleeve, yeah. So it was so polarizing, you know what I'm saying? Like they pretty much, what I heard was like every content creator that was making content around Drake and Kendrick like blew up during that time period. So, so I was just like every time that Drake and Kendrick dropped a song, I would drop a song in response to it. So, so not just BBL Drizzy, I had one called OVO Ho, one called Make Them Drums. It was like a James Brown. I gotta put that one on Spotify actually, but it was like James Brown talking about like, shut your whole ass up, Metro, make some drums. And Amanda, I made a song when Shannon Sharp interviewed Amanda Seals. I made a song about that. So like it was just like constantly, using these AI songs, and they just kept going viral, you know what I'm saying? So it was an interesting moment, man. So it caused a lot of attention. But I think a lot of the people in the music space, they were just trying to figure out who I was, but also like how I was doing it. And then, could I get signed, to them? But I didn't end up signing any deals.
So you were kind of like the microcosm of T-Pain and uh the voice, the
Like
what
auto tune
was
and all that.
yeah, so
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you were on top of some new technology, you freaked it, you got the attention. So did you ever have a conversation with Metro Boomin or any of those cats, or it never got to that?
yeah. So funny enough, man, I got to work with so Metro. When the song first went viral, I made a tweet about it. Which is probably my biggest tweet. Yeah, it got like 15 million views on the one tweet. But I made a tweet about it saying like, man, I wish they would have credited me. And then Metro went back and was like, well, my bad, King. I didn't know that. You know, it was you. Yada yada yada. And then like, we like DM'd back and forth. And then so Met got contacted Metro. Never talked to him, but that happened. And then Drake sampled BBL Drizzy for the song
Yeah.
with
Sexy
Red. So that
Red.
ended up being the first AI sampled song in music history. And then in October, Kendrick flew me out to LA to
Oh, I
do
didn't
some.
know this.
Yeah. So I wanted to take pictures with him, but I was like, I didn't want to be that dude and be like, hey man, can I get it? You know what I'm saying? So I got to pretty much deal with. I didn't talk to Drake though. Me and Drake never talked. We just,
You said you said you weren't gonna talk to him anyway. But
yeah. I ain't going
can I
to.
tell you? Can I tell you about this man, right? Because I
Mhm.
know there's things people say about me that I don't, because I'm me, I don't get to experience it. But he makes me go, okay, I see what people say. Because you never know where on the planet he is. He is like he moves very mysteriously, and it's like, especially, I mean, he was already like this, but especially since this started, man, it's like literally, you be like, where you at? He'd be like, oh, I just left LA. Like he was here, nigga.
Right.
Bro, he's been on the move
I'll
since
be on the
this
move,
started, man.
man. Yeah.
He on the
Yeah.
move, man. That's why I'm surprised. He's in New York. Since I talked to him last time, I said, "Are you?" I said, "Where you at?" That's the first thing I said today. Like, you still in
Yeah,
New York?
I live in New York now. I live in New York now, but man, I've been itching to get back to LA, man, because like I love um I love the camaraderie in like of the LA comedy scene, and then plus it holds a very special place in my heart, I guess, because that's when everything blew up,
Yeah,
and I know that you kept telling me that. It was like, yo, this ain't like this every week, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And but being at the comedy store and just like the Laugh Factory and the improv and just like everything that was happening. I just have a very fond memory of LA. And even when I go back, I've been back multiple times since I've been there. I still always have an amazing time. So, and I just feel, just got like really dope, amazing homies that are out there. So, yeah, so LA, I was like, and I ended up moving to New York. I was like, mainly because I went to Burning Man after everything popped off, and then I was like completely. I was like, yo, I'm either go to New York, or LA, and then I was like, I'll get a sign while I'm at Burning Man. I just kept meeting really dope people from New York while I was at Burning Man. So I was like, I guess I'm going to New York. So I just a week after Burning Man, I just packed my stuff and moved to New York, moved to Harlem.
We won't ask what aided in your decision making process, but I take it you was out there feeling the
Outside, man. We
burn.
was outside.
You was out there feeling the burn, man,
Right.
trying to you know what I'm saying, letting it flow,
Facts.
trying to get it. So when when Metro Boomin sampled your song BBL Drizzy, I gotta keep on saying it because I just don't feel like enough respect is getting put on it. Jeremy been talking about you though. He been talking about you for a minute, like off the podcast.
Right.
Been having this conversation. But when Metro Boomin sampled it, being that it's AI, do you get publishing or whatever, or like how does that
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, because they're all original lyrics. So I wrote all the lyrics for the song. You know what I'm saying? So like AI didn't write the lyrics. AI just helped create the song. So because of that, you was able to like copyright and get rights to the song. So
Oh,
yeah.
man, you need to be giving seminars on this, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
man.
do.
Yeah. Well,
You do.
Excuse me. I'm like,
This
I
dude
man,
is he is like the let me give you a proper credit. He's like I don't want to say like Elon Musk, but pretty much like for black AI generation, that's what he is. He being like you could tell when he's in that mode because he don't wear his hat. You know, he come out, all dressed nice and stuff, and be like, "See, you guys aren't using your technology to your full capabilities." He said, "Look, I'm gonna show you," and he break it down like a wizard, man. Like
Yeah.
he's plugged in, man. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I think that, I try to tell all of us, especially us, melanated people, like, I think it's important that we like learn how to, at the very least, whether or not we choose to use the tools or not, but at least know how to use it, know what it's capable of. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll make everything else around you so much easier to do, whether you need an assistant, whether you need a manager, whether you need to make content, whether you need to organize your life. Like all these things can be greatly benefited using AI. You know what I'm saying? So I know that, initially everybody's like scared but man, we might end up in a situation like the Terminator. And that's very true. Like that's very real, especially with, some of the people that's in office now. Like I think we're headed to a like Black Mirror, Westworld situation. That's probably in our future. Maybe not in the next 2 or 3 years, but 10, 20, 30 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just how the tech is advancing. I mean, it's advancing really fast. But just like for example, like when I was writing a lot of scripts, I don't enjoy doing script bibles, treatments, any of those things. Like you can easily do that in minutes with, you write your script and then have like ChatGPT or one of these large language models make your pitch Bible, make your pitch deck. I'm sorry, your series Bible, your pitch deck, your treatment, craft the email that you're going to send out to, potential investors. Like all these things you can get done. So it just saves you.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like it because it be gassing me up. It'd be like, "Oh, this was brilliant." I'll be like, "Shut up."
Yeah, you need that though. But I mean, as creators, man, who else gonna gas you? You know what I'm saying? At least have an AI to give you that self-esteem boost. Like that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But
It said, "Your reveal was brilliant."
man, bro. So I remember I said before last year around March, I got interviewed by Wired magazine, and I like casually I said that like AI is like reparations, and they made that like the headline. Like comedian filmmaker says AI is reparations, and I'm like, oh shit. And then like I had like Hotep niggas like kind of coming at me, like they like, man, they were talking about like they were saying a lot. Anyway, but I know it's not reparations in the sense of like, money that we're owed, but what I do feel that it does like
cheat code.
Yeah, it's a cheat code, and it gives us a level playing field where, I feel like a lot of times, the way people gatekeep is by trying to, present things that we're not maybe familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're just a straight up artist, like you might not know about how to do a pitch deck, or you might not know how to do certain things. Oh, I need a super detailed budget. So you're going to spend all your time, that you creatively trying to figure this other thing out that you don't really, most time they don't even care about. They care to a certain extent, but like now it's like, yo, I need a pitch deck. Boom, I got it done in a day. What else? Oh, I need X, Y, Z. I need a budget. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You get all these things done, so you can just focus on the creative, or focus on making sure the main thing is the main thing, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I said. Like, utilize these tools while we have them, and while you still have the opportunity to gain an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because once AI's in every phone, and like the stuff that I made last year, it's not that cool looking now. You know what I'm saying? Because the AI advanced so much, like the films and stuff. And then you're going to get to the point where a 5-year-old can make these type of films. So then once it's like the music and everything else is going to get oversaturated. So now's the time to jump in, get them pitch decks, make your trailers, and then try to secure a TV deal or movie deal or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? While these things while a lot of people don't know how to use it. Because once everybody knows how to use it, and once AI starts, we're getting to the point now where there's AI agents. So the AI is creating things for you. Once we get to that point, everybody's gonna be like, well, shit, did you actually make this? Did AI make this? I mean, that's a great script, but I got my AI made the same as that script, and I just made a couple. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
now's the
No,
time.
you actually drive a good point. Good point. They said right now on the internet, right? They said 38% of what's on the internet is actually human beings.
Damn.
Everything else is bots
Yeah.
or generated somehow.
I believe it. You see it on Twitter all the time. Like the comments that be on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Especially during that whole Drake Kendrick, like,
Oh yeah.
felt like a lot of those were just bots. And it's super easy to program a bot. You know what I'm saying? You throw in how people talk, you give it like some data on some information, and it's easy to do that. Like a lot of the reels, the voices that be on reels, that's AI. A lot of it.
Man, YouTube, this is a whole YouTube thing. You don't even realize it's not a real person until they mispronounce like obvious names. They'd be like Snoop Dogg, and you'd be like, Snoop, who the fuck mispronounces Snoop? Oh, you're not real. That's just the way it is right now,
Right.
bro. It's the game. And I tell you, if you want, I say the most like superficial, most artificial social media platform right now is Threads. That's not even Threads is like if you want if you let's imagine he was like, man, I want only junk mail coming to my house. That's what Threads is. It's like only
I'll
junk
be on
mail.
them, man. Like, but a lot of people apparently are blowing up on Threads. It seems like it's I guess they're trying to make people be active.
They're trying to make it they're trying to make it hot. Yeah, because they're trying to take Twitter's spot, but ain't nothing real on there, man. I'll tell you right now. If you're looking for real, you stay away from there because ain't nothing. It'll just be like a math equation that's incorrect, and there'll be 200 comments talking about no, this is the right answer. This is the right answer. I'm like, yo, come on, bro, move on with your life. Don't you see this as a setup? Like, why are you solving math problems on a social media app when you could be doing something in real life? I mean, I know that's obvious, but that's the lowest brow of like internet interaction is, trying to debate or solve a thing that was set up for you to debate and solve. Like it's not, no, there's no progress. It's worse than a Trump debate.
Damn.
But yeah, we should get into some of these questions.
No, we gonna get in, but I got one last one.
Okay.
No, go ahead, man. We can keep talking, man. I'm cooling.
Yeah. So it's so how did you get introduced to AI and what was the bright idea? Man, I'm gonna make a song and really try to get it pop. So was that your first AI song that you did, or you kind of had played with it a little bit and then just with your comedic or your just whatever, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do this and see what happens. Like how did that happen?
So I got into AI because of Clubhouse, funny enough. Around December, November 2022, they were doing like AI rooms on Clubhouse where people just showing you like, yo, this new thing, ChatGPT's out. Here's how you use it, yada, yada, yada. So I was just like, I was diving into that. I was like, yo, this is crazy what this thing could do. So that was how I got introduced to it. And then, so that was November 2023. I mean, 2022. And then around like, I was pretty much on Clubhouse like every day, 8 hours a day, like in the AI rooms, because it was like new tools coming out. And then Midjourney, which is like how you make the images, like that started popping up. So I started really diving into that. And then I started putting like images out online. And then I started doing AI videos. Around June 2023, AI videos started to kind of like be a thing where you're like, yo, these are actually decent. You know what I'm saying? Like the video, the quality, like you can actually like, you can tell a story now. So I just leaned into that. And then just started making a bunch of like trailers from like scripts that I had. But if it wouldn't have been, honestly, man, if it had not been for the writer strike, I don't think I would have been in AI like I am. You know what I'm saying? Like had the writer strike not happened, I would have been trying to still write scripts. But the writer strike happened, and then I was just like, well, shit, ain't no, like I was putting a couple scripts out on my Instagram, but I was like, nobody's gonna read it. Like, there's no point in keep doing scripts, and then I was messing around with AI so much, so I was just like, let me just keep diving into that. And then, what was the second question that you asked?
Oh man, you might as well be Neil deGrasse Tyson, man, and I'm a Neanderthal.
Yeah, but but what I'm saying though, bro, it's not hard. It's not hard for us to like catch up in it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I'm doing. That's why I'm trying to do like workshops to teach people, you know what I'm saying, like how to learn how to use these tools, because everything that this is what I feel like, if everything that you learned throughout the years, you like whatever craft that you put your 10,000 hours into, you take that and you put AI on top of it. Now you got like a superpower. Even stand up, like it won't write your jokes, but you can use it to like maybe fine tune your premises. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you got like an album that you're working on, like it can give you the structure of your album. So like I've done this before. Like I'll be like, give me some jokes about X, Y, and Z. And then they'll give me jokes. They're kind of lame, but then I'll take it and I'll be like, okay, let me the premise or the foundation of this is good, and then I add my own sauce to it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anything you
Man,
do,
they got
yeah,
that George Carlin. You see that George Carlin AI thing on YouTube?
yeah, that was actually pretty
Man,
decent, man. Like,
man, ain't no decent. That shit was good. I
yeah,
can't
that's what I'm
stand
saying.
that, bro. That's crazy.
But it's
Like
only
the first joke was like fire. I'm like, okay, all right.
it's only going to get better though, man. That's the thing. Like, it's only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? So, it makes sense now to just, like I said, learn the tools now, because this right now, I feel like this is the time for positioning. You know what I'm saying? Within like the AI space, like just like for me, I was able to like use last year I got in like Time magazine. You know what I'm saying? They called me like, yeah, I was 100 most influential people in AI last year, Time magazine. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just came, I didn't do nothing. I was just making AI videos every week. You know what I'm saying? That's all I did.
So that was did that have anything to do with the BBL Drizzy, or that's just you utilizing the tool of
Yeah. Well,
artificial
Big Hot is a
intelligence?
big part of it because it was like the biggest AI song, ever. So, and then that
Now you see the casual drop. He said, "Pepper."
but I mean, it's real, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that helped, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so disruptive, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the music industry kind of had to take notice, and
Yeah,
dare I say, everybody in music probably knows about BBL Drizzy, you know what I'm saying?
definitely live to
Yeah.
the point where, like I said, when I hit you, it was like last week or whatever. I literally like the girl in front of me. That's actually what made me hit you. The girl was like kind of singing it like I wasn't even involved in the conversation. I said, do you know the song? She's like, yeah. I was trying to see if she knew the whole thing or she just knew the
Mm,
metros. So yeah, I just put her on tape. She knew your version.
damn,
She sang the whole thing.
damn.
So that just show
Crazy,
you the
man.
influence. It's like, yeah, it's strong.
Yeah,
He
man.
really is one of the most influential people.
Well, I always felt, and then this is what AI like, because I love writing comedy music, and I always felt strongly. I was like, man, if I could ever get, because I don't really sing. I made like my SoundCloud got about 200 songs on there, and I say this all the time, but not that it's real. I say this as a joke, but it's also real. Like if I got maybe 100 views on my song, like 98 of them are probably me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, but I spent so many years just um like training my ear, like writing songs. So I would always do what I did with BBL Drizzy is what I've always done. Like things would be trending on Twitter or whatever, and I would just make a song about it and just upload it to my SoundCloud. And nobody pay attention to it, but it was just a way for me creatively to like have some type of release. So and every time something trended, I just make a song and then just put it out. And some of them kind of hit, but most of them didn't. You know what I'm saying? So like, but when AI came along, now I was able to like actually put it in a specific genre. Like it sounded like it was Motown. I was able to create the cover art to make it look like a Motown singer. So if I would have made BBL Drizzy just using the same exact lyrics, it might have made some people laugh or whatnot, but it wouldn't have the same impact. You know what I'm saying? Of this singer screaming his
Yeah,
heart
like
out.
a
He got a
song.
best female record. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what we can do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I thought the AI is dope, because whether you're a musician or a filmmaker or even, you can present the thing how you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you're just like we did the end of last year, we did BBL's Drizzy the musical at
That's actually what I was going to talk about.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Well, so BBL Drizzy, well, I'll let you ask the question then. Yeah.
What I mean, you already did. It's like I was literally gonna say. I was waiting for you to stop. I was gonna be like, so tell us about BBL Drizzy the musical.
Yeah, so BBL Drizzy the musical came about because everybody was looking at me. They're like, "Yo, you're this musician and producer," and I'm like, "I'm actually a writer. Like, I write." So I was like, "Let me write this musical." So in Clubhouse, I used to do a lot of like audio dramas. So my most popular one was "Throw Baby" the musical, which was from the popular song "Throw Baby."
So
And
baby,
so I just like throwing the musical on top of anything that I write. I made "Throw Baby" the musical. My last Clubhouse audio drama was actually called "Honestly Never Mind" the musical, which was based on Drake's album, which is so crazy. But so I was like, yo,
hey,
I'm
he
gonna
go, he, bro. You gotta conceal your identity somewhat because he gonna want you dead, bro.
yeah,
He gonna
I
be
guess we're
like,
gonna have eventually gonna have to throw hands. If it's just me and Drake, though, I think I'll be straight. I boss. Like, but I don't think Drake will fight me like one-on-one. So,
bro, you gonna be on a lawsuit. He gonna be like, and then he
oh
had the
snap.
audacity to make a song called BBL Drizzy, and
He was
I don't
mad.
do that, fam.
Right, Cody. He was mad though. Apparently, like Tehran was like, he told me he was like, "Yo, Drake's like, he's like pissed at you." And I thought it was a joke. I was like, "Nah, bro." He's like, "He's cool," but apparently, like, he was really mad. He told me that, and that was a joke. You was there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, oh man.
But BBL Drizzy musical came about. I was initially wanting to just make an audio drama about BBL Drizzy. So I started watching. It was initially like I was watching Dune so many times. So it was like I was blown away by the movie Dune 2. And I was like, yo, I want to make something that's kind of like a mix of that plus hip hop. And then so I started writing it. And then I had an opportunity. I did this event in Miami at the planetarium, and I was talking to this company called Filmgate that runs. They do this like immersive film festival during Art Basel, and I was like, is it possible to like ever work with you guys to like do something at the planetarium? And they was like, yeah, you can do something during Art Basel if you like. And I was like, what? So we started working on BBL Drizzy the musical for Art Basel 2024. So that's why I was like flying out to LA like every like 2 weeks and from like October to December because we were working on the production. So we filmed it. We did like mocap, so like I had actors and did the first act, and then we were able to show it during Art Basel, and then people were so interested in it, and they was like, let's do the full production, which we're gonna do the full production Art Basel 2025. So now we're in the process of working on BBL Drizzy the musical 2025. So yeah,
Hey man,
man.
I like a part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you already know, man. You already know,
I'm a
man. Yeah.
I don't have to be Drake and Kid. I could be in TDE or somewhere in the background. I ain't gotta be.
Yeah, man. But to the point though, like a lot of these things wouldn't have happened had it not been for like AI. You know what I'm saying? Because like even making BBL Drizzy the musical, like, this is a planetarium experience, and which is I've never done a planetarium experience before. So like just trying to imagine what that would like look like and sound like and feel like had we not had these AI tools, like, it would have cost probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying? But we were able to do it for a lot less because of AI, you know what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, I realized something too, because everybody's like AI is going to take jobs. AI, it actually created jobs because I had to hire people to actually help me get this production made, and it only came about because of it. So it allowed me to dream bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, now I can do a thing in a planetarium, but now I got to hire people. You know what I'm saying? So it actually created a job because of AI. So, you know,
Okay, so real quick,
that's
I
how
just
cool it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I want to ask you who is who wrote this? Uh, King Willonius Hatcher is a modern Renaissance man whose work at the intersection of comedy, technology, and cultural storytelling has positioned him as one of the most exciting creators of our time. Was that you or AI or
Come
who?
on,
Who wrote
man.
that?
You
That's my
know what
first time
that
hearing
is.
that. Is that my bio?
That's I do this thing that Greg finds so amazing. I Google things that we talk about.
He fact
And
checks. Fastest fingers in the West.
so I just I got a page up on you, but yeah, I just wanted to fact check
Oh,
some of
yeah.
these
It's probably AI probably wrote that. AI,
things.
yeah.
do you do you agree with this statement, the way it's presented.
Yeah, if AI wrote it, it's out there. So here's the thing though, right? When you write your bio, right? You want it to sound engaging. So a hack is going to ChatGPT, write your bio, and then make it sound amazing, or even write it like it's like I'm being interviewed for the New York Times or magazine or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So because for the most part, your headshot or your picture and your bio, that's going to be an introduction for a lot of people to you. So you want to have an amazing bio, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like my sister always say, like, you want your resume to be longer than a CVS receipt. So, so make that thing look crazy, man. Like, who cares? Like, it's you, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chuck Norris ain't the only one that can have a impressive story, you know what I'm saying? So like take your bio as it is now, run it through AI and be like, hey man, make this thing sound dope so that I can stay booked and busy and just let it cook.
This man needs no.
That's
I put mine in. I put mine in. It said, "This man needs no introduction," and then it stopped. I was like, "Damn, AI." No. So tell us about Willonius, because is how did you come about that name? How long you had the name? Like, what's the?
Yeah. I mean, since it's always been with me, you know what I'm saying? But it's originally big fan of Thelonious Monk, you know what I'm saying? And I remember I watched a video with Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about how Thelonious Monk is like the master. If you want to learn timing, study Thelonious Monk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, you know what I'm saying? Me and Chappelle got the same birthday, so I've always kind of looked to him for like inspiration for like comedy. It is so so started studying Thelonious Monk. My early inspirations actually were comedy were Paul Mooney, Dick Gregory, Chappelle, and yeah, those are probably like the big three. Paul Mooney, definitely. Like I studied Paul Mooney. Chris Rock was definitely like a big influence when I was young. Like Chris Rock's book, Rock This, was one of the first books that I read, like comedy books or whatever. But I was real, like, when it came to comedy, like very studious. So like every comedy book that's out, from the Comedy Bible, the Comedy Toolbox, like I owned all those books. Writing, trying to just figure out comedy. I thought stand-up was going to be my lane. I thought I was going to be that, but it just never really panned out like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was always just very disciplined and just always trying to create, and then always just trying to get better at the craft of comedy. So, even now, with all the stuff that happened, like the main thing I'm focused on is just like trying to get better at the craft of comedy and just keep continually like put in the work and get better at it. Cause I just want to, when it's all said and done, I want to be, I mean, legacy is like subjective, but it's just like, you want to be happy that you you contributed to the comedy game in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully I'll have more moments outside of BBL Drizzy, you know what I'm saying? And
I mean, you're clearly making them, bro. It's like you're a walking moment. I ain't gonna lie. I've been around you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that I did the music, I mean, I still want to continue to do the music thing, but I still haven't really rocked stand up the way I want to. I still haven't made that film, like that undeniable comedy film or series. You know what I'm saying? Like when I look at Atlanta is just like, to me, that's like the standard when it comes to like Atlanta and Martin are like the standard when it comes to like black and just comedy in general. Because I don't think that
when you coming back?
Probably when we do that retreat.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because I got something in mind that we need to work on.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's just like when I was out there for Netflix as a joke, one of the things, man, literally, I was praying before I got out there, man, because I was like, man, I was praying to God. I was like, God, just let me have some type of motion when I get out to LA, man. Because it's just like, LA and just comedy in general, like if people don't know who you are, they don't know your credits, they kind of be like, man, who is this dude from Florida? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, BBL Drizzy happened like 2 weeks prior. So it wasn't like it wasn't out there like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, let me just have something, God. Just so when I go to the comedy club, they don't be like, you're supposed to be like, can that happen to me? You know what I'm saying? You go to the comedy club and they're like, yeah, are you a comedian? And I'm like, I'm a comedian. They be like, well, you still can't come in. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't want to, I didn't want to feel like that, man. Cause I was doing so much in AI, but I'm like, nobody in comedy cares about AI. So as much as things were happening with AI, like in the comedy world, this is where I really want to be at. You know what I'm saying? So, so for things to play out like that, was really dope because I was just like, damn, bro, like, I can't believe this really happened during Netflix's joke. You know what I'm saying? So, but
That
that's
was
my
good.
story,
Good
man.
time.
I I'm just a guy that loves comedy and loves to work hard. You know what I'm saying? So, right now it's just always just like, okay, what am I going to make next? And then I love the community of comedy. That's why I love LA so much, man. Cause like, I feel like there's a really nice comedy community out there. You know what I'm saying? Like really there's so many talented people, but then y'all kick it with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. And
Yeah, but a lot of people don't feel like that's their experience. I am not allowed to speak against that because that is my experience. Like
right.
I'm well, I'm surrounded by people. I'm liked or loved, even if I'm hated on. Like you can't do 3-4 people because about a fourth person, they'd be like, man, you weird, bro. Like what?
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So it's more to it. But this last one, and we can move on a little bit. Um, is it true? And you can also just say next question because this one is a little spicy. So, is it true that one was the app was sued that you used was sued by the RIAA, and were you involved in that lawsuit at all?
Oh yeah, I don't got nothing to do with none of that. You know what I'm saying? The lawsuit, I honestly don't really know what the stat like any of because when I say Jeremy and Greg, I don't be paying attention to nothing negative. Like of course, you can be online so you see things, but like, it just doesn't. I don't know what happened within the last year, but like something switched in my mind that I just don't pay attention to any of that stuff. Like, man, the other day, maybe it was a couple of months ago, man, I was on Shade Room and I left a comment. I forget what video it was or something, and this dude called me a coon in the comments. And was like,
I don't know.
I literally just bust out. I was like, "Are you serious? Like, what?" And I literally replied. I was like, "What did I do to be?" Because he wrote the. I made some type of comment, and he was like, "Man, these dudes ain't nothing but coons, just like you." And I was like, "Just like me?" Like, I bust out laughing, bro. But it didn't. I didn't lose no sleep over it. I didn't feel the need to like defend my like. I'm just like, I literally just asked like, "What made me a coon?" And that was it. I didn't even look at the replies. Like, but it's just like now, it's just like, man, it's really no point. Like to your point, you said if somebody's hating on you, you know what I'm saying? Like you one of the coolest people I ever met. And I mean, not outside of comedy, just people in general, you know what I'm saying? So like
Thanks, man.
if somebody's really hating on you, and I'm like, damn, bro, something must be wrong with this person, you know what I'm saying? So, and if they are, it's just like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's so much going on in the world and there's so much stuff to do that there's no point in like feeding into that or like really thinking about it. So
Mhm.
like as it pertains to all that stuff that be happening on the internet, I'll just be like, whatever. But it helps me out a lot too, because like it helps with me not second guessing myself so much when it comes to like putting out content, because that's a big thing. That was a hurdle I had to get over where you're like, man, do I put this out? Like, what do people gonna think? Like, it ain't getting the type of views that I want, like whatever, you just like people be so busy, man. They don't even think about that shit, man. So it's just like
Yeah.
you just make what you make, put it out. And I say that too because like you never know who your content may hit. The
Yeah.
internet's huge, you know what I'm saying? So something that you might have put out 2 months ago, 3 months ago, may not got a lot of views, but somebody within the industry, somebody whatever sees that, and then now they want to reach out to you and want to work with you or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my mantra's been since BBLJ, like the more you create, the more opportunities you create for yourself. So whenever I feel like I go a couple of days without making something, I say that to myself, and then I'm like, yo, I need to get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So moving on a little bit, but man, that's a lot, man. That's a lot to unpack, man. That's a lot to unpack, a whole lot. So you being on the cutting edge of technology of you being on the cutting edge of utilizing new technology. What's the last time? Because I feel like our attention spans have been trained to be very condensed. Like we don't have the attention span to just, you know, and like I tell Jeremy, every week I force myself to listen to an album from beginning to end.
Really?
Like because I feel like it's almost like reading. You know, people look at you know, YouTube and shorts on Instagram or whatever, and they feel like they're getting all this knowledge and information and whatever. But it's kind of like, if you don't fact check it, if you don't put your eyes on it, if you don't go from left to right, you're just really regurgitating. Like it could be anything. So with that being said, you dealing with this technology, do you have the patience or the tolerance to listen to an album in its entirety? And what was the last album that you've listened to?
Mine?
That don't count.
Damn, yeah, I don't have a lot of patience to listen to a full album. I'm trying to think of the last album I listened to. I'm more so watch TV shows now.
We've been dumbed down.
Yeah, like listen. I still love listening to music. Like I listen to a lot of like Motown songs right now because like that's a style.
An album is what I'm talking.
Yeah, I haven't listened to
I'm talking about.
I need to though, because to your point, like I want to work on this yacht rock album, and I need to start consuming more just consuming things. Just so it's like true to that. Because I think I have a good skill of just being able to like mimic things. Like if you put something in front of me, I can kind of create like a copy of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like when I do song parodies, like one of the things I try to be very detailed. So I want the flows to be the same, the cadence and all those things. And like, you know, prior to like up until like April last year, I was working in construction. So, you know, as every level from project manager to, you know, laborer, like in the everything. So, you know, being able to be very detailed and, you know, you can build something out. But yeah, so like I think that's one of my strengths is just being able to like look at something and then kind of make, you know, be very detailed and try to replicate it as good as possible. So the fact that you mentioned that is something that I need to be more mindful of and probably just get more disciplined and just listen to an album from time. Because I've been wanting to do that. I just haven't done it, man. And how's that process? Like, I'm interested to know, like, how's that changed you? And like, what have you learned?
You know, it doesn't necessarily change me. I like to study myself and the way that my mind I guess interprets things.
Right.
And so I'll go back to something that I may have listened to in like 82 or 84 or 86 or 90 that was really, you know, because back then we didn't have all the content we have now.
Right.
So when you had an album, I was one of those people, I could play a song 10 times in a row. If I'm feeling the song, I'm gonna listen to, and I was very amazed by music. You know what I'm saying? And so last weekend I listened to Eric B. and Rakim's first album. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt, I'll go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I listened to Kendrick's album, GNX. That was the last album. That was the last album I listened to.
But did you listen to it from beginning to end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
Because he said he don't have the tolerance. You don't have the patience.
Yeah. I listened to that one. That was good because I remember I was at the Sky Club.
He flew him out. He better listen to it from beginning to end.
Man,
well, you had to, man, because it was
on.
just, that moment. I mean, it was such a cultural moment that you had to, Kendrick.
I fly you out and you don't listen to my album, bro.
Man, come on,
You better.
man, come
Go
on.
Right. No, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I got here, bro.
Yeah, listen to his
I
album.
want my $200. I want my $250 back.
Damn.
You ain't go check me out. But yeah,
that was good. But I to your point, man, I do need to start consuming. But I've just been watching shows, man. I've been like Severance. I love Severance and Invincible. I'm watching The White Lotus right now, so it's some really good TV on right now.
I watched Paradise.
I heard about that. Is it good?
So this is what it was sold to me as, because I don't want to subvert your. You want your expectations to be in the right place. I ran into like 3 people on the same day that was like, "Man, this is the best pilot ever." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I gotta see this," because last time I heard that was when Breaking Bad first dropped.
Right.
Like the pilot episode alone is like that good. I'm like, all right, man. I watched it. I was like, it's good. It is good. It's great even, but best pilot ever. That's overselling.
Okay.
But it's definitely good. I've only watched the first episode, so I gotta watch more. But it's
what
good.
Is it about though? Is it like a drama, a thriller? Or?
Yeah, I say drama and thriller. I say the main plot, without giving it too much away, is I forgot the guy's name. But the black guy.
No, I forget his name too.
You said the black guy.
He's popular on TV. He's popular.
You know him though.
Yeah. But he's like a Secret Service agent and he protects the president. And as soon as the thing starts, it's going through a typical run through his day. Yeah, but then at the end, there's something that makes him question pretty much every step along the way.
Okay.
Oh,
like that you see.
What's the name of it again?
Paradise.
I saw that. Was it on Netflix?
No, I think it's Amazon.
Hulu, right?
Hulu.
Oh, okay.
You watch the whole series, Greg?
You said, huh?
You watch the whole series of it? Or just
No. I watched the series that was on Netflix, and it was about someone who was supposed to like guard the president or something like that. And it was a black guy, and it kind of it seemed similar to what Jeremy's talking about, but this was on. I'm almost positive this was on Netflix because I just got Hulu.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I mean, it's the show that everybody's talking about right now. I just gotta see more of it to be like totally sold on it, But it was a good start. But that I just literally when 3 people. The reason I watched it because 3 people in the same day was like, man, it's the best pilot ever. Like I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it. That's like the daggone
they hyped it up too much.
That's a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I gotta taste this. What's driving black people so crazy? But like I said, it's good though.
Rest in peace, Teddy Ray, man. Rest in peace, Teddy Ray. Teddy had came through the podcast, man, and he I think he said he'd had 2 of them, and everybody was going crazy about those Popeye sandwiches or whatever. And I finally got one, man. Because I'm I hate to be a sheep, man. So I'll go to the left just on purpose.
Right.
And I held off. And when I got one, I was like, fool's been waiting in line for this? like, man.
Yeah. They sold out the tequila ones too. Reposado. You tried that? Nah, come on, man. I
can't do the tequila Popeye challenge.
I mean, if it was easy to access, cool. But I ain't getting up early, waiting in the morning for those.
The only thing I'm probably worth is if they would have made like a Hennessy and Popeye.
It's coming.
Come
and
on,
best believe when it hits.
Endorsed by your president, not mine. You know what I mean?
Hey, as soon as it hits, King Willonius gonna make a song about it.
Yeah, I got a Popeyes and Don Julio song.
See, look.
But man,
But you,
huh?
can we take a second to talk about the you got some rips? I don't want to say rip off because people should be able to make other
Right.
stuff like but I think what you do have gotten what you've done has gotten so popular that people don't know if you made it or not.
Yeah, I get tagged pretty much like daily. People are like, yo, this your track. Like I have other people like defending me on the track, like, nah, Willonius made this one. And I'll be like, I mean, I didn't make it, but it's great. But, I mean, I keep throwing my name out there or whatever. But it's I mean, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like with stand-up. Like if I was the first stand-up comedian and then I can be like, nobody else can touch the stage. It's just me, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like at one point, I did feel like, damn, man, like, you know, this is my lane, you know what I'm saying? But it's really just like, you know, it's for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like internet's for everybody, and like these tools are for everybody, and if you can use these tools to put yourself in a better position or help you feed your family, take care of your family, then more power to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate. So I think it's kind of cool for me because then I can see the ways that people use these technologies, and I get inspired by it too. So so it's great. Like, all the channels that are out there that's doing it, I think that's super dope.
I'm glad you feel that way because I think this would be a great time for me to announce my musical that I have coming out called BBL Yeezy. Uh, so, hey man, just share the space, bro. That's it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, but you should, man. I'm telling you. Like, I mean, I just think that it's like creatively, man, we got so much untapped potential, you know what I'm saying? And then like I said, it's like stand up. It's just like, I couldn't be the only one doing stand up. Like there's even if we had even if there was like a black guy from Florida who's my mom's Jamaican, dad's from, you know what I'm saying? Like that's there's other people that have that same perspective, you know what I'm saying? So there's other stories to be told, and you can't get. I used to be so against gatekeeping, and still am, you know what I'm saying? So like I'd be remiss if I and wrong for just to go do the same thing that I despise for so many
I
years.
think everybody has to be unique and original. They can't copy you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like only you can do you.
right.
So, I mean, I don't like any copycats, bro. You gotta stay in your own lane. You know what I mean?
Question. How do you find new music?
Spotify, Shazam, like I, go out and I'll go through playlists. So like, if I find a song that I like, then I'll like on Spotify, like say I'm out and I hear a song that I like, I'll Shazam it and then play the song, go through the artist catalog, or click on like song radio based on that particular song. And then I need to get better and asking more people. Asking more people asking more
What?
people to like use their song, like share their playlist. I think sharing a playlist is one of the dopest things that you could do. You know what I'm saying? This is journey look crazy.
Man, look, hey, I'm being original, sir. I don't understand the issue. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? You're not the only one that can have the space. I don't understand. Can you just keep talking, bro? I don't understand why you.
Yeah. So the sharing a playlist, man, I think it's just one of the dopest things you could do because it's just really cool, man. There's so much amazing. I found out about um Alice Coltrane like 2 years ago.
Oh,
And y'all know Alice Coltrane?
I do.
no, no.
Okay. Amazing. She has a song. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
I
It's one
want
Is
to
of
she
say that
related
she's related.
to?
She might be related to. Well, I heard it might just a rumor. I heard that she's related to Black Lotus.
oh, I don't know, but that was John Coltrane's wife, right? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't. I know she was an
That's what I'm.
artist. I never knew how. Well, Jeremy will do the fact checking.
She has a
Yeah,
song
I mean
called Going
that's a
Home.
big deal.
Huh?
That's a big deal. I mean, I didn't know John Coltrane, had a relative that was.
Yeah, it's his
You know,
wife. It's
oh, it's his wife.
yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, if there's anybody on here that's that
Oh,
might be.
she's
No,
gone.
no,
Yeah,
Jeremy fact
she
check.
has a while, but she has a song called "Going Home," which my friends put me onto it, and I was like obsessed with that song. Like it's like 9 minutes long or something like that, but it's 10 minutes long. Um, but man, it's such a dope track, and I would have never found if like somebody would have told me about that song. You know what I'm saying? So like asking people like, hey man, what do you like to listen to, or like what songs do you like to hear, and to put you in a specific mood, or what songs you like to write to? Because I think a lot of times we just act very vaguely. We like, what type of music you like? Oh, I love hip hop, and then it's or who's your favorite rappers? But like really, I think we all have like eclectic tastes. So, really diving in, like, what type of song puts you in the mood? What type of music you like to wind down to? Or, what's on your playlist that somebody would be surprised that you listen to? Asking
You,
cool questions like that, I think you can end up finding really good music.
yeah, I was talking to somebody recently, and it was like this real like tough gangster dude, right? And he was being just very dismissive. I wasn't tripping. People just like, oh, was you scared to talk to him? I was like, nah. I was like, why? Like this dude's clearly like a blood gang member and all that stuff. I was like, truth be told, like I don't, I know I could break him. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't have the time or I didn't care. You know what I mean? But I'm over that. Like, somebody think you're gonna intimidate them just that you don't know. Reason
Right,
why is because like I know, especially the era that we came up in, like we are the children of yesteryear that are adults now,
right,
and we are in our prime. I know I can name 5 things. By the time I get to that fifth one, you're gonna relate to it. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Something that's gonna break you out of that gangster stuff. You know what I mean? Like I saw this thing. It was Waka Flocka. They was asking him like, "What's his favorite Pokemon?" And he named a bunch of them. And I'm like, "Look, he know Charizard and you know Golem and all that. He naming it like he like Gengar, Gangster and all that stuff." So I'm like, man, like that just break me out of that. Like there's like you said, there's always something unique,
right,
eclectic, and by having a wide palette, you're gonna relate to
right,
most people. And,
right.
also as comedians, that's our job is to be able to relate to
Right.
a bunch of people. That's why when I drop BBL Yeezy, the musical is going to do numbers, and I want you right there supporting me, sir. I don't want
I'll be
no hate.
supportive. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
don't want you in the magazines saying like, "Hey, he stole that from me," because bro, I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm going to be my lawyers, and they will.
Jeremy gave it
I,
a
I
nickname, BBL Willie back earlier this year, or last year rather. So
BBL Willie. Oh, for real?
you don't even remember,
What
yeah.
question has
Mhm.
has any have I'm sorry, have any companies reached out to you um to kind of like pick your brain to kind of get some of your technique on
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
use
yeah. I get
artificial
that,
intelligence?
man. I get that. I hate when people mess with me. Like I want to pick your brain because it sounds very like
Experimental.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Just very like you're like using somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even though that's people want to understand something, but I think that the phrase pick your brain feels like it's not an even exchange. It's just like, hey man, I'm just gonna take stuff out and
Rape and pillage. I want to rape and
right,
pillage your brain.
very much like a colonizer. So but yeah, man, people reached out and just wanting to understand more or whatever. So I feel like I'm always in meetings now or whatever, but like sometimes people will hit me up and I'm getting better at just as far as like um deciphering like which ones are just like going to waste your time, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a manager right now, but a lot of that was just like
Consultation is what you need to give them.
yeah, yeah,
Consultation.
yeah, yeah,
You got to hit them like a lawyer. The first 5 minutes is free, and that's fluff. And, and then after
right,
that, the retaining fee kicks in, and then
right.
we're going to charge in increments of every 15 minutes counts as, and
That's what it needs to be. Yeah, that's a good
you
idea,
when
man.
you
Good
were
idea.
working with somebody that we both know, right? That
Cool.
was like represent you or manage you, something like that. I can't think. Who wasn't it somebody though? Somebody that we
I
know,
had a manager. I don't have a manager no more.
but there was somebody we know, right?
Mm, Well,
He might not want to put him on blast, Jeremy.
No, I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, you can just say yes. I'm trying to think. I can't think. I got a lot of information in my head. I'm trying to think
yeah,
of who.
nah. So the manager I had was like not in the comedy space. It was just like,
It was somebody I was talking to, and they said like, yeah, like I think they was representing you, and I was like, that's my boy, but I can't
oh
think.
man, I wish, man.
We'll,
I
we'll
mean,
do this later.
I would like to. I think I definitely probably get like another man, but it seems like a lot of artists are like frustrated with their managers right now.
Well, I think because people are they just you could just tell people looking for like the hot thing, and they'll throw you like a couple bones, but after that they be done.
Yeah,
And but the thing is, if you get it on your own, then you kind of have to say like F y'all. You know what I
right,
mean? Because
right,
you can't reward them like it's like they're like, well, what are we doing? It's like, bro, I called you. You was gone. What do you mean? Like, what you mean? What we gonna do? Like,
right, right,
you know.
right.
I mean, I'll admit, like, my representation was getting me more money, which I appreciated, but they weren't getting me the gigs. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So that's the thing. Like, I'm like, well, at that point now we talking quantity versus quality.
right,
Like, I'm in a place right now where quantity always gonna be quality until the quality is like theaters or something
right.
that's worth So yeah,
You have a manager now?
not right
Okay,
now, not right now. Acting.
okay.
Not comedy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. I'm still learning though. This everything came in very fast or whatever. I think what I do try to speak now is I was like try to be as prepared as possible for when your moment happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a lesson I try to like just tell people, especially comedians and whatnot, because I think we all have our day in the sun. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you want to just make sure you're as ready as possible. So I didn't know nothing. I had to learn a lot on the fly and stuff. So like I had AI to kind of help out, but I have an AI manager that helps me.
Of
Yeah.
course you do.
No, seriously,
I believe
I
you.
made like a manager for AI, and it helps me navigate things in my career.
So I'm gonna hit you with the last one because
Okay,
we definitely got to have you come back because it's so
I would
many.
love to, man. This is great. This is
This
great.
was so rushed though. It's like it's the story has so much meat, or your story rather has
Right,
so much meat to it. I feel like we really it was just too. It was a lot of information, man. It was a
right.
lot of information, but um for the last question, I like to ask you, and this is something that's kind of bothered me, and I don't know why it's bothered me, but because it's kind of like I'm just one person, but Facebook and the social media platforms removing fact checking.
Mm,
You knowing what you know about artificial intelligence and um, what is important versus what isn't important. Um, how important do you think fact checking was for social media, and by it not being there, what direction do you see the knowledge that we get going in?
I mean, it's definitely important just because you need that discernment. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's so much. We live in the age of information and misinformation. So, anybody, especially nowadays with AI, if you don't really mess around with AI a lot, it's hard to tell when something isn't AI. I mean, even now, like it's gotten so good where, before it was just like, okay, you can look at the fingers. It'll be 6 fingers or, so you'd be like, oh, that's definitely AI. But now it's gotten to the point where you can't really tell, and the voice models, you can't really tell when a voice is doctored, you know. Obviously music and all these different things. So, um, not having some a mechanism that kind of just like lets you know what's truth and what's not true can be potentially very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because people get worked up based on, if you got if you're if you've been told a lie like your whole life and then you find out that X, Y, and Z is the truth, it shapes and molds you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, like we all receive information based on our interests and the thing. These algorithms know us very well. So not to get political, but like, you know, you got what, 2 news stations, Fox and MSN or CNN. You know, one channel feeds the same information. You know, one story happens, but one station skews it one way, the other station skews it the other way. You know what I'm saying? And depending on who you like to watch, that's going to be your point of view, and that determines what you get angry about, what you're going to be passionate about, who you want to fight. You know, when you see them. You know what I'm saying? So not having that mechanism of just being able to, like, you know, decipher like what's true and what's not true can potentially be very dangerous, you know, especially as with the amount of people that troll. You know, there was, I don't know if y'all seen a couple years ago, whenever it was, there was a guy on Instagram or Twitter. He created this campaign called Birds Aren't Real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a bunch of people believing that, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah,
And they
birds
start
aren't real.
spreading the word. And they're like, yo, just think for a second.
Right.
And I don't even try to be rude, but I'm like, yo, ain't nobody, we know we existed before the internet. Like I can understand the people who did, but like we was around to remember when you wasn't supposed to put all your information
Right.
on the internet. You were supposed to trust everything. Like,
Right.
just like I said, like junk mail, like that's a real, you really think you got that many credit card offers? Like you know that, right? Like they don't, but a lot of people go into it, especially older people. They know they target. They be getting people that believe in the hype, and yeah, it's dangerous. But
it's only gonna get worse because now you have, AI where you can clone somebody's voice, so you can literally like mask your number, make it seem like you're calling from, one of your relatives' phones, mask the voice. Hey, I'm in trouble. Like, you send me $10,000. Like, just empty your bank account. I need you. They're gonna kill me. And they hung up. You know what I'm saying? And now they're like, oh, I gotta send this money. And it's like, text me. Oh, I can only text you back. Like, make sure you send it to this number so they'll free me. And there's just so many ways. Because one thing scammers gonna do is scam. So they're gonna find out a way to do these things. And like I just saw the other day, it was like there's a meme going around about this Nigerian scammer, and it was like a white dude from Louisiana.
yeah,
You saw that?
I saw that. Yeah,
So,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's why I was like, one of the things we do have to educate ourselves, and just like with AI, and then have, ways that we can kind of, be able to combat like the misinformation. So, having like safe words for your family, because you never know if everybody that's on the internet voice, potentially you got a clone out there. If you got stand up, if you got media, if you got videos of you speaking on the internet, if you show your face on the internet, there's potentially a clone of you.
yeah. But they gotta clone your sentiments too. That's the thing. Like that's coming too. Don't get me wrong, but you know how somebody talk. Like I think,
Yeah.
see, this is where pessimists will win, because some people, when they getting tricked, you could tell deep down they want it to be a thing. Like that's how they suckering all these fat losers,
Right.
with people across the country, got them giving them millions of dollars
Shame on
for a chick
you.
that don't. Oh, so attractive people get tricked like this more often, or losers, straight losers who
Shame on
want.
you, Jeremy.
What's the shame? Shame on the people, the scammers that are manipulating people for having hope. But if you go like, if you, like I said, as a pessimist, you go, ain't no way this chick is that want me, and I can't even interact with her, but I gotta send her money. I'm stupid.
Right.
Like, they just wake up, bro. Shame on me. Shame on the Mark and the check. These are the stupid people. This is the evil person and the idiot. I'm trying to save them by telling the truth. Yo, sometimes you go like, hey, look, I'm a fat loser, and I shouldn't think that this chick want me. I'm gonna keep my money and save it for myself so I can be a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but if you setting yourself up for failure, like I'm saying, like I'm telling you, like that's what happens. Deep down, the tricky wants to be tricked. And they're just sifting and trying to find the right person. Once you get the right person, you can milk them for millions and millions and millions. And they're paying for something that they can't hold. You can't go to sleep in
Yeah, I mean, the more credible you make it look, the better it is. So again, like, people get there's like there's people making thousands of dollars just making AI OnlyFan models. You know what I'm saying? And these aren't
Yeah.
even real people. People, so I don't know. I mean, you just have to your discernment meter needs to go up exponentially.
Discernment.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean that's the best way, like, because can't nobody really, we in this age now, like nobody can really truly save you. If you get scammed from your crypto money, that's happened to me, but you get scammed for your crypto money or anything like that, like it's really just on you, you know what I'm saying? And like people feel bad, but I mean nobody's gonna really feel sorry for you. And I'm like, damn, like should have been a little paying attention.
You were right. You were right. I mean, I'm you right now, so I'm taking credit for it. I was right by taking this from you. Uh, but we need to get in and get out early before
Right.
it becomes common and you can't trust anything anymore.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
use our. I think I was quoted in GQ magazine for saying AI is like reparations. I think that's what. I think that's this. Hey, I think you think it's gonna end with the podcast, but I'm taking this on the road. I'm sorry, bro.
It's a good look for you, man. You official. I mean,
Hey,
you got an actual Oscar hat. You was at the Oscars. I mean, that's you're not capping.
That was actually AI. I generated that. No, no, no. But can I tell you this though? I told the homie, I was like, man, like he said, you gonna win an Oscar one day. I was like, yo, thank you. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see what happens. At least I want to host. He was like, hey man, do yourself a favor. He said, I'm gonna send you this app. He said, look, you can AI generate a picture of you holding an Oscar. And I said, ew, no. He was like, why not? I said, because I've held an Oscar. What do you mean? I don't need that picture.
Right, right. I mean,
hey,
it's good. Maybe it's a good screensaver to have on your phone, so you can just constantly. You got the goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? See it, believe it, like type of
Yeah,
positive.
if I couldn't just really have a picture of me at work, yeah. But
Yeah.
I did that this week, so yeah, it was. But yeah, I understand the distance. But that's what I'm saying though. That's what they be attacking. They attack the idea that you're like, oh, I want this thing so bad,
Yeah.
and they go, well, how much you willing to pay for it? This
Yeah, they
idea, as
prey on you
opposed to
people. Yeah, when I got my crypto thing, like I should have, I didn't, if I would have been more detailed and really like not been so greedy, you know what I'm saying? Then I would have noticed. I'm like, yo, this might not be where it needs to be. But I was the perfect person to target because I was being greedy when it comes to crypto. But now,
oh,
hmm?
no, I was gonna say, I know as soon as you got a thing on that, but I'll let you finish.
Okay, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
but to your point, man, it's just like they're out there, man. These scammers and bad actors, they working just as hard, if not harder, than the good people out there. So you really have to just be mindful of that and try to protect yourself as much as you can. So knowing about AI, probably knowing about cybersecurity, or at least how to protect yourself from a cybersecurity standpoint, because everything on the internet is just gonna get worse. Um, Probably before it gets better. So
nah, dope. No, I definitely got a story. No, we're gonna have to bring him back, Jeremy.
Okay, okay.
It's too much information. Like it's too much. But I'm gonna ask this real quick
okay,
before we wind it down. Um, I'm gonna shoot you an email to the
All right.
email that I emailed you the Zoom link for. And if you got a visit, I'm not gonna be like one of those creeps that they're in a group chat or something, and then they take the phone number from the group chat and steal it for themselves and try to communicate with
oh no,
somebody.
let's stay in contact, man. Let's stay in contact.
No,
Yeah,
Peace to
because I
people.
got questions, man. It's pretty powerful. Jeremy mentioned you in the context of BBL Drizzy, but I just didn't. My mind maybe was just so overpowered that I didn't think how deep your knowledge of the rabbit hole
oh yeah,
when it's a very deep rabbit hole. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
And so yeah, I definitely you know, even less than 5 minutes, man. I just got a couple questions before you hit that taxi meter, and you would be worthy of the taxi meter, man. you you've done your due diligence for real.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm out here, man. Yeah, if you need to hit me, man, just I'm around, man.
But that's what you should do, man. But we gonna have I'm gonna have that conversation with you to the side. Man, you got me like, wow. But where can people find you if they want to look for you online?
Yeah, my website, kingwillonius.com, and then I'm King Willonius on all socials. So, but my main platforms are Instagram. Definitely go to my YouTube because I'm trying to get my subscribers up, and yeah, with Twitter and Instagram, but if you need to contact me directly, to make sure I reply, like kingwillonius.com, and then Twitter is my most active platform. So I'm not sorry, Instagram is my most active platform, and please subscribe to my YouTube. Yeah.
Dope. And Jeremy, what you got going on?
Well, first of all, you can find me at the one and only kingwillonius.com. And you can also find me the one and only King Willonius at on Instagram. Everything the one and only. There are no others. Two is not a winner and three nobody remembers. No, but no. At Jeremy Comedy, Jeremy Scippio, SCIPPIO.com. Let's see shows. The 30th, I will have my JSL, Jeremy Scippio, live at the Comedy Store. Our time just got changed to 9 p.m. So I'm going to do that. You can find it on the Comedy Store website. It's probably the most important one. Let's see. Yeah, that's it for now. And then also we're planning our retreat. So we're going to follow up on that as well. I think that'll be very, like you were saying before, I'm glad you view the LA comedy scene that way, but that's because you're a part of it. Most people do not view it that way. They literally call our scene the most toxic comedy scene, and they feel like New York. Yeah, they feel like New York is a more brotherhood centric scene. But like I said, since being a product of it, I can talk as much crap I want to, but I'm just talking against my own self. I'm a product of it. But I think that is such a good idea to bring us together. I know you and Q kind of cooked that up, but like I really think that that's something that we need. So yeah, I appreciate that.
I do too, man. I do too. I mean, just really outside of comedy, I think just people need that, especially Black people, Black men.
Shit.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like we just need spaces where we can just kind of, like iron sharpens iron and like build each other up, and then just have space where we can just like relax. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much going on in the world, but being able to like share ideas and build each other up, and like I don't think Black people, we don't take enough retreats. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't, like we don't talk about it. We don't do these spaces or whatever. So unless we're doing it for the gram or something, but and just it's so much going on in the world. Like, I think it's very important, and I need to take my own advice, but just checking in on each other, you know what I'm saying? And just making sure like, yo, like, are we good? Like, is your health good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you good mentally, finance? You know what I'm saying? Like, your family good? Like, a lot of times, that's it. As a man, we just be like, man, how you doing, bro? You straight? Yeah, man, I'm good. All right, bet. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think really just like checking in on each other and just, I think that's important. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing that the fact that that you have somebody that kind of cares about you and check, unless we kind of like in a relationship, you got a woman, women to make sure that, you do these things. But, I think nothing holds you down like, that sounds crazy, like another man. But but no, we need these spaces, man. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely feel like just the comedy community, like, I like I said, I hold LA comedy to very, high regard and whatnot. So I think it's a good way to just, build it up and like you be the change that you want to see. So I think we go out there, we have a good time, and I think we'll all leave there better comedians, but also, most importantly, better humans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the important thing. So
all right. Sure.
Dope. Well, with that being said, man, this has been another episode of Splendid Radio on Farside TV. Thank you, Willonius. Thank
Thank
you,
you, man. I
Jeremy.
appreciate it, man. This is awesome.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna reach out, man.